All right, fantastic. Good afternoon or morning if you're on the West Coast. Everybody, this is the Premium Cigar Association. I am Scott Pierce, Executive Director, with Aaron Holland, head of our marketing and membership, and of course, Leo Cigar Blondie from Platinum Nova Cigars, who is joining us this afternoon. Leo, it is absolutely fantastic to see your bright, smiley face. How are you doing today?
Great, like every day.
Every day? Right?
Like every day. Around cigars,
I love
I'm
that.
great.
Absolutely. Yeah, every day you get to smoke a cigar is a good day, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a bad day on the golf course is better than, your best day in the office, right?
100%.
That's why I tried to let them have me work from a golf course, but they didn't go for it.
Oh, you see, I don't have that problem here. I can work it with my office. I can smoke in my office. I don't have complaints.
Well, I can smoke here. That's great. So we already got that one piece down, right? It's not the golf course yet. That's why my golf game sucks so bad. So how is everything going at Platinum Nova these days? Obviously, we're gearing up for the trade show. We're going to be there in 3 weeks, and you have a very special cigar there, which is why we're here to talk. So let's talk and dive right into that. That is the Platinum Nova PCA exclusive, really the first PCA exclusive, first of its kind to be banded with an actual PCA exclusive band on the cigar. If we could kind of show everybody. And
Yeah.
I was just telling Leo, these things are so good. I went through the batch that she gave me. I was looking for one to smoke here, and I've already gone through them all. So I'm smoking a different Platinum Nova here today. So
The torpedo still, yeah? Batch torpedo?
no, this is the Platinum Batch Sweet Robusto.
Yes.
Normally one I would have for breakfast, but I saved this for this afternoon just for you.
Okay, thank you. Cheers.
Cheers. Absolutely. Yeah. Ching. So let's talk about this. So this is on the Product Hub. We launched this on the Product Hub last spring. A lot of people took advantage of it. A lot of people got it. We heard great feedback. A lot of people really, really enjoyed this cigar. And so it's back again. And so we're going to kind of lead into the trade show. So again, this is a cigar that was made exclusively for PCA members and retailers to have at their stores. And so you're coming back again. And again, the whole point of this cigar is it's for the cause of being able to give back to the PCA advocacy efforts, which is, again, so grateful for that relationship, that the support there. Because, as you know, as well as anyone, right, how every dollar counts and how every little bit helps in terms of all of our fights. But it's $1 per cigar that Platinum Nova is donating to PCA through their purchase. And so retailers not only getting a great cigar, a great cause. It goes right back to all of the defense for the lobbying, advocacy, and legal efforts for our brick and mortar retail stores. So if you wouldn't mind, I would love to let you just go ahead and describe the cigar, the blend, how you put this together, all the notes, and the beautiful box. There you go. Thank you. With the good PCA right there on the cover. On the front, right down
right there.
On the front. Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect spot.
Yes.
Exactly.
No, like everybody knows, we started with this project last year. We released last year in 2021. And really everybody loved this cigar, loved the cause to we can work more together with you guys and support you guys because thanks all of you, we are here, simple like that. And sometimes people forgot that part. This PCA exclusive is a beautiful torpedo.
Yeah.
Like everybody can see, beautiful ash. It's made in Dominican Republic with Habano 2000 Ecuador. It's a little bit darker. It's smooth, creamy. If you never tried before, of course, I will love come to our booth on the PCA and I'm going to give you a sample. You can come, Scott. I want to take it.
Thank you very much.
But yes, so far we sell all the production last year. And you guys know because we donated the money right away. And we planning not only do it this year, if keep going, just to put extra stuff on the table for everyone. We have at least I believe almost 30 different cigar stores around the country carry this particular blend, and it's go so well. Everybody love it. If you smoke light cigar, you smoke full body cigar, this particular cigar is stuck on the medium profile.
Exactly.
This means if you never try, give you a chance. Not only because Nova, because we working together with the PCA, and that is a relationship.
Absolutely, absolutely. And not only that, just like you said, I think one of the things that I really like about this one is that it's a very versatile cigar, right? And so it does have that smooth and creaminess, but there's enough strength that's there. So even if you're profile tends to be a little bit more full bodied. This still has some of those heavier notes for you, but not so much that if you're more light, your palate prefers the light, that it's not going to overpower that you're still going to get some of those other notes that you generally prefer if you're on a more light bodied cigar.
It's going to give you that smooth, creamy,
yeah,
but a little bit spicy, but in the safe zone. Just put it
in the safe zone. Now, does that really, so in terms of that, so it's a San Vicente filler, is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So with that filler, then with that combination, is that really kind of where that imparts the majority of kind of what you're looking for as far as that the flavor and the profile there?
Yeah. So far, that is most of part of our line. Just keep that kind of profile. When we want to just change and bring something different, is the time when we bring something from Nicaragua last year, and this year we're going to bring something else to the booth in your show.
Very nice. I'm very much looking forward to that. Now, I did have a question. So we came down and had a little visit with you all in November last year.
Mm-hmm.
Great visit. If you're ever in the area, wonderful hosts. Their space is fantastic. My God, the classic cars, the environment, everything else. I could have stayed there. I was like, can I set up my office here in your shop here? But it was something really interesting. We were having a cigar. It was something that I had learned from another manufacturer, seeing how they will enjoy cigars. And we were smoking one of your cigars, and so I got about halfway through, and I wanted to see what it would be like without the wrapper. And you said you were kind of sparking with some ideas. So I'm just trying to. I just want to see, did that spark any creativity for anything maybe that might be new or coming, or something that you might be doing this year?
Yes, like always. We just, we try like this. Everybody make good cigars. Just put in this way. It's a lot of good companies around.
Yeah.
There, like we try always to just put something different. When I say put something different, working hard to make sure this blend gonna go perfect with this particular size pitola. That is another reason why we don't come with the same blend in different pitolas. Always come to be something special. Like we want to engage the smokers, the consumer. When I start to smoke, like, what is that? What is the special inside? Of course, tobacco is tobacco, but make the difference the age of the tobacco, the way you just blend together, and from the day one we are in all these details, and that make you a little bit like, what is that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, I know one of the more popular ones has been the footballs. So again, Platinum Nova being a great supporter, we did our fundraising event last year, and they had this awesome football set of cigars. They're rolled, and they look like, I wish I had them here, but they're really cool. I actually think I might have one. Actually, probably would try to find it. It looks like a little football, and it's beautiful. I mean, it's like, okay, you're rolling this to make it look like a football. Is that something that's going to be continuing for you all? Is that something that'll be available for folks at the trade show?
Yes, it's going to be available on the trade show, and we're going to keep the production. Of course, we work in every year in that particular cigar because it's a lot of details. It's handmade, like all of them, but all the details on the football, it's like hand, like it's not a machine. It's like take too much time to make one cigar.
That's a lot. That's what I was wondering about that production. So just to be clear, everybody, it's an American football, not European, not a ball. It's exactly.
I have a couple in my humidor, but I'm not prepared to show you to everyone.
Yeah, no, I just was remembering that because again, I think it's a very popular item. It was a very popular item that was at the event. Everybody really liked that, and so it helped raise obviously some good money for the advocacy fund. So I was just wondering about that, if that's something that's more of a regular production or if that was kind of no more.
In the beginning, we just planning like that is great.
Ryan found it. It's the one we have here.
1 point for Ryan. Beautiful. Thank you.
I know, absolutely. Look at how beautiful this is.
Yeah, it's a beautiful, perfecto cigar with a beautiful 70 ring gauge. It's a nice cigar and it's smoked very well.
Yeah.
Very well. It's not like the kind of cigar you say, I don't want to touch. Like, believe me, you guys smoke that cigar, you're going to see all the ash until the end.
Yeah. Yep. It's been perfectly kept within the humidor. So thank you, Ryan, for grabbing that.
Thank you, Ryan.
Leo says thank you. The benefits of being able to work here where you basically have, the office humidor that's down there. So it's good stuff. So we've talked about obviously the PCA exclusive. I know you actually have a lot of exciting things. We've even seen some of the the press releases come out or some of the news that you've even sent us that we've put out, I would love to dive into what retailers can expect when they come by Platinum Nova's booth. What's new that is coming out, or I believe there's a Leo. Is it 11 or 12? 12, right? That's what I thought. So Leo 12 is coming out.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's launching at the show, right?
Okay, when you just ask right now, what do people expect when everybody come to my booth? First, everybody gonna have a lot of fun, for sure.
Absolutely.
And second, a couple surprises. We're gonna release the Leo 12, and I have a box right here, and I'm gonna share with all of you.
Awesome.
It's my another baby.
Oh, look at that! That's beautiful.
It's Leo 12. This time we made the cigar in Dominican Republic.
Oh, okay.
Come with 12 beautiful cigars.
Wow.
We
Very
call
nice.
it Toro Gordo. The box is on 12. Toro Gordo is right here, so everybody can. Oop.
There we go. That's a great size cigar right there.
Yeah, it's a great size. It's a 56 by 6.25.
Very
And
nice.
we just, it's when we start with the first release in 2019, we start with the Robusto, and then the size just go bigger. But who knows? Maybe in 2013 we go smaller but powerful. That is the thing with Nova. You never know what you're gonna expect.
Yeah,
and
good.
that is a fun part.
Keep them on their toes, right?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that is one of the releases, and then another one, and I have the box, but I don't have the cigars. It's gonna come in the bundles like that, and it's gonna be the Robusto Nicaragua. Yes, to add on the collection, because on the batch collection we have the Sugar Tip, we have the Torpedo, Habano 2000, we have the San Andres Toro, and we decide go with another Robusto size, but in this case it's gonna be made in Nicaragua, puro 100%. This means it's gonna be a very nice, respectful cigar.
Very nice. So we're expecting something a little more bold and spicy then, yeah?
Yes.
Excellent. So for the, so we'll call it the marquee for the Leo 12. Did you have anything in mind particularly, or just even some of your preference in terms of what you prefer to pair that with? Is there a particular drink or something along those lines that comes to mind when you smoke that?
Okay. I'm always say it's depend the person, depend the palate. Like for me, it's a nice medium plus cigar, and I can smoke any time of the day. I can smoke with my coffee in the morning, and I can really enjoy because it's a nice size after a good big meal. In the term of drinks, I love a scotch. I can drink with the scotch. I love Macallan, then single malt. You can go with a nice glass of wine. But again, it's something so personal, Scott. Sometimes when people ask me, what you recommend, it's like, you know what? I recommend you try with everything you like and then take the final decision, because it's so personal, that answer.
Yeah.
It's like exactly when the people say, oh, what is the cigar? What is the best cigar you have? I say, all of them are the best. What are you talking about? But it's like you have to try, you have to find out what is the one you really enjoy. It's not about the brand, it's about the blend.
Yeah.
And that is another thing I would love to put on the table.
Yeah, absolutely. It's funny because you asked that question, and it always does. It's very personal because there are a lot of folks that, don't even drink alcohol, right? And so they're pairing with any number of different things, whether it's, coffee or tea, or, I have friends who don't drink, but they love a good quality, like brewed root beer that they drink. I mean, that's what their go-to drink is that they have with the cigar.
And working before in cigar lounges, I remember people sometimes just smoke the cigar with a bottle of water. And it's not because the people are cheap and don't want to spend money in liquor. It's because they really want to enjoy every spa or every note of the cigar. And I completely understand that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you guys were laughing at me when I was down there at your offices about how many bottles of water I was going through.
Oh my God, I have to just running to go to Costco. Thanks you.
Hey, it was hot. I was staying hydrated.
No, it's good. No, it's so warm here at the time when you are Joshua in the office.
Yeah. I mean, look, I got to drink a lot of water to keep up with him with the amount of cigars he smokes.
No,
got to stay hydrated and ready to go.
I'm really excited. I'm so happy for next month, the PCA. I know it's going to be another great show. and I'm happy because we keep releasing new product on the show, and that is great. I
So
love
you
it.
have, is it 2 or 3 releases that you're going to have at the show this year?
Okay, this year we're gonna have 2 releases, and we're gonna bring back again the PCA exclusive.
Perfect. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And just so that everybody knows where they can find you on the show floor, you're up in the front quadrant, and you are, if you want to go ahead and you can explain it, or I can actually just even tell folks where, but you can kind of explain where you guys are on the show floor.
Heading, yeah, because I only know the booth number, but I don't know the way to direct the enter.
So when you first come in, obviously there's going to be the front of the hall, but you are not too far off in the front of the hall. You are actually just, let me just make sure. And as I look at this to make sure I know exactly where you're at, you are walk past the front. You are right there, right by Padron and EPC. So you are right there in the midst of a very, very good section there. Some great storied cigar makers.
When you guys see a beautiful spa color, Nova color all over,
Absolutely.
that is us.
That is very distinct. I mean, you can't miss you. Everybody knows, obviously, the branding is on point. It's very clear throughout, obviously. And that Leo 12 that's a beautiful, beautiful ornate box. I love it.
It's a beautiful stick. I just want to keep talk about that one because, again, I'm always explain to everyone when I just put my name in the cigar, it don't mean it's better cigar because all our cigars are good for sure, but it's just my personal touch. Like it's the one I'm really, really enjoy every day, all day, and I want to share with all of you. That is the thing. Put my name on the cigar, and yeah, I'm so excited with that.
Excellent. And I know one question that a lot of retailers ask these days, especially, is shipping availability and timing for shipping.
Yes.
So,
yes,
are the products available, and when will they be shipping?
Okay, the products are available, and everything is going to start shipping the 3rd week of July. Between the 2nd and the 3rd week of July, everything is going to start shipping right away, and we're going to keep the same promotion we have in the last year. Every 5 boxes, one is on us, just to working more together and help different states with the taxes, just at least to balance and give you extra product.
Good. Got to show up at the Platinum Nova booth to get both of these amazing brand new cigars, and also the PCA exclusive, and also to get the deal that Leo just laid out, which is a 5-for-1. So that's a great incentive to come to the show and come see Platinum Nova. Erin, I'm kind of monopolizing Leo's time. It's just kind of like old fast friends getting back together again. Sorry please.
No, I mean, Scott, I think you pretty much covered everything. I got nothing left.
No, I just want to just share with everyone, the people are in live right now and the people want to watch the video later. Yes, if you guys already have Nova in the store, come anyway, because we always bring something new to the table. And we love to listen what the owner's manager expect from us. That is another thing. We will love to know in your store if you sell more full body, medium water, more Nicaragua, more Dominican, because that is a better way to us bring next year exactly what people expect from Nova. It's not about what we like, it's about what the people expect from us. And so far, that is the reason we bring a new blend from Nicaragua and another one from Dominican. But we're going to keep growing and we're going to keep make new blends. But we want to work more together with the retailers. Like anything you guys expect from us, come to our booth. If you carry our line, come, because we have a new blends. If you never give the opportunity to have our brand in your local store, please come. We have everything for everyone. We have a different price point to all the cigars. We have almost 22 different blends. This means it's more close you're going to find what you're looking for.
Absolutely.
And we're going to be there all days and all nights. This means if you don't come on time, I can meet you outside.
And that's really what's great about the trade show is, because it is members only, you've got all the exhibitors, all the manufacturers, all the retailers, everyone's part of it together. And so it really breeds that chance to connect and form those relationships. And this year we're going to be doing even more of that with more stuff off the show floor or towards the end of the afternoon. So I think it's going to be a lot more fun this year.
Yeah, yeah.
Always is fun, Erin. You guys do it great.
Oh,
always
for
fun.
sure. But we're just like doing a little bit more this year.
Yeah, we've got the good old PCA lounge in the middle of the show floor. So that's a great place during happy hour to go and have a chat with Leo and find out.
Marquee night.
And you can go party the marquee night too. Well, and that's what's so good is that, you know, even for those that do, like you said, that carry Platinum right now is, again, one of the biggest reasons that, you know, retailers always tell us in the surveys of why they want to come to the show is they want to learn about new products. And so here's a perfect opportunity to go find these 2 new products. If you haven't had the PCA exclusive, sit down, enjoy one of them, talk with Leo. I really think that I've gotten so much feedback from so many retailers on the importance of that vendor relationship, because you get to talk about the coming year, you get to plan things out, potentially even hatch great, you know, ideas for events or things like that you can do as well. But just being able to get a chance to try the cigar and go through it is a really good opportunity, because that translates, I think, into retailers being able to take that and kind of hone sort of the sales pitch, if it were, when folks come into their stores and want to know what's within the humidor. Here's some new products. They've been able to smoke it, talk with you about it, and it just turns into a great conversation with the consumer about it.
You know, it's funny, Scott. I'm always, when people come to our booth on the PCA, the first thing come to my mind is I want to make new friends. Okay, if we open the door for a sale, it's great, because everybody come to the PCA for open new account to resell. But it's one thing on me and my staff. We always want to make sure recommend the correct cigar for each store, because all the stores are different. All the clientele are different. Sometimes people like more full body, medium body. We take more of our time, because we want to make sure whatever you buy from us is the cigar we know you're going to sell well in your store. And that kind of relation take more time sometimes. Like so far, we have we have a lot of people already booked the hours to just come and say,
good.
Because with us, it's not a 15 minutes, it's at least 30 to 45 minutes per client, because we still have to explain who we are, from where we come from, how long Nova is on outside. And so far, we are 4 years strong, and we keep going and we keep counting, because thanks all the consumer, to be honest with you. Because they give us the opportunity on the side of the open account on the cigar store, cigar lounges. Now people, it's a good relationship. Everybody have his part, everybody's happy, and the support we have with the cigar stores and cigar lounge about open the doors to a boutique company. That is great, because
absolutely.
I keep repeat. Sometimes people say it's not because of Nova, it's because your customer come to your door. What is the first thing people ask you? You have something new. Just think about what your client, your members looking when then go to your store. And then if you have something new, it's nice to share with everyone.
Yeah.
That is the reason, again, if you never carry Nova, please, you are very welcome, booth 1515. If you already carry, we have new production, new blends, and we want to share with everyone. How's that?
Absolutely. And I think that what's really good, just kind of looking at the industry, especially over the past few years, the consumers are a lot more educated about cigars now than I think that they ever have been, right? Mm-hmm. At least more of them are. And they're really kind of getting into, and it really tracks along the same way that, you know, small batch bourbons or whiskeys, or, you know, even, you know, spirits, I guess I should say in general, and then beer as well. People got really, I mean, the home brew beering kind of caught on there for a while, and it's probably still really popular, but, you know, people really wanting to get inside how some of these favorite premium activities that they enjoyed, and really seeing a lot more of that, a groundswell of that within the consumers, within cigars, which leads to kind of what you're talking about. There's so many good cigars, but I think it leads to more involvement with the products, and it leads to, I think, more consumption of the product, obviously, as far as that's concerned. So I do think that that's one of the ways in which this show really kind of helps promulgate that, is being able to make that connection with the retailer, because I think that connection filters down through to the consumer as well. And Orlando, just to answer your question, next year's PCA, we do have one more contract at the property that we're at right now for 2023. So next year is in Vegas. Beyond that, we do not have any dates or locations set. So we'll be deciding that in the coming year, and we will let everybody know and announce that once we figure out where 2024 is going to be. But next year is the last year on the contracts that we have for the Sands Venetian.
Yeah.
So,
I
and
think
hello to
PCA is-
Orlando and Jorge.
Another thing I just want to share with everyone and say thank you to all the cigar lounges and start support like companies like us, because like you said before, Scott, now the consumer is more educated about the tobaccos and is more open mind to try different tobaccos, different blends, and that's working very good for us too.
Yeah, because it was always, it was always kind of surprising when, a long time ago when I first started smoking cigars, it was like, oh, this brand is Nicaraguan, so I know I was going to get that, and like, oh, this brand's Dominican, but that's not the case. I mean, one brand might have a factory in Honduras, but that doesn't mean they're not blending with some Nicaraguan tobaccos. It doesn't mean they're not using San Andres. It doesn't mean they're not using Jalapa within the blends or and everything else and stuff. And so, and just because it's a Connecticut broadleaf doesn't necessarily it's going to be mild and creamy. It could be a Connecticut broadleaf off of a very, very different blend with the fillers of potentially some Nicaraguan cigars or whatever the case may, or Nicaraguan blends, whatever the case may be, that you truly start to understand the artistry that it takes to be able to look at the different tobaccos. And I think it was Rocky who said this at one point, where he's like, these are recipes that you kind of have that are there, and that's really kind of what it comes down to. They really are recipes that you all are working on and perfecting the same way that, a Jose Andres or somebody like that is perfecting in their restaurants that they want to put out. And so for me, I loved that comparison, calling it that, because to me, I went to culinary school, right? I know what it takes to go into create your own dishes and your own meals and everything else. And for me, the cigar is so much like that. It's just beautiful experience that you get to have when you smoke it. And it's the same way. And it's best when shared, just like a meal, right?
I remember before people say, really, I'm not like the cigar from Dominican Republic. I say, okay, hold on one second. And now is when we have to explain to everyone, made in Dominican Republic don't mean we use the only Dominican tobacco.
Exactly.
Okay, and that is exactly what you say before, Scott. And again, everybody's more educated, everybody's more open to try different. Can come from the same country, but the blend is completely different. Like for us, we have 18 cigars made in Dominican Republic, and I put 18 cigars from Dominican Republic, different blends completely. And you say wow, I never expect that one with this powerful made in Dominican Republic. Again, because we put a little bit Nicaragua, a little bit Sumatra, San Andres, and that changed completely the flavor of the cigar.
Yeah, right. And it was really interesting. My first factory tour 4 years ago, it was really interesting because they did a blind taste test. And again, it was in the Dominican, so they had a Cuban cigar, they had a Dominican, they had a Nicaraguan, and it was just labeled A, B, and C. And then they had coffee from each of those countries there as well. And so they did basically the contest and the exercise was see if you can figure out which one belongs to which country. I claim I was a victim of suggestion because they presented each country and then they obviously went into pay attention to these notes and so on and so forth. And while they were up there giving the presentation about the Cuban seed and the saltiness and this and that and the other, I'm smoking a cigar. I'm like, oh, I definitely taste the salt in this. I was completely wrong. But I learned something actually very
what? It's not because you're wrong. Your palate tell you something different.
Well, my palate was telling me something wrong.
So, it's not you. It's like
my palate wasn't educated. No. So, but what was really I learned a really good lesson there from Telfords, who own a great shop out in Northern California or in San Francisco. And so he got them all right. And he said that he made his judgments first based on the cold draw. So he cut it, he did the cold draw, would write down what he had, took a drink of coffee, and then set it down. Then he did and repeated that all 3 steps, and he nailed it off of just a cold draw. And then he would light them up and then smoked each one sort of in succession, just the same way. And for me, I'd always kind of cut and just see if the draw was okay. But that's when I was like, man, really taking in the profile on a cold draw first, and then lighting it up and letting that be part of it too. Is I think it's, you know, it's not always about the lighting and the smoking of it as well. Also that aspect of it. It's the same way when you kind of pop and you want to smell your wine before you drink it, and you kind of taste it to get all those flavors and get it, you know, aerated and make sure that you're getting the full aspect of the flavors that it's presenting. It's the same thing with the tobacco. So it was a really good lesson for me to learn.
And now you just talk about the wine. Just people remember, when you guys open a bottle of wine, you have to let the wine breathe. You have to give it a second chance. Like if you just drink it right away, sometimes the notes is going to come to your palate. It's not the real note of the old wine. It's exactly what happened with the cigar. Sometimes people light the cigar and say, you know what, it's too, I don't know, it's too light. I say, you know what, just give it a chance. Give it a chance. Just smoke the cigar, enjoy every puff, and you're going to be full of surprises, because sometimes the blends, like you come with notes like you never expect of this particular cigar.
Well, and even then too, the retro on specifically some of the latter ones. It was interesting. I was having a cigar a few weeks back with a gentleman here at the office, and it was a lighter cigar we were smoking. And I just said, "Yeah, the retro presents these wonderful additional flavors." And he breathed it out. He goes, "Oh yeah." He goes, "You get spice on that." He kind of got some watery eyes. He goes, "I wasn't expecting that." He goes, "But you're absolutely right. It definitely opens it up for a lot more." So it's really interesting when you kind of incorporate that aspect of your palate too on that retro. It does open it up to some different aspects of flavor as well that you wouldn't necessarily expect.
That is one of the reasons we bring 2 new releases completely different. One from Nicaragua, Jalapa, Nicaragua, Esteli, super powerful cigar in one hand. And then in the other hand, when the people say, you know what, my clientele is not this kind of profile, we bring Leo 12, made in Dominican Republic, medium plus.
Absolutely.
And we're going to try always, when we bring a new production to the PCA, at least try contracts, like something powerful, something medium, everybody just try something different. Everybody's happy.
Well, that's one of the things that so it's always been fascinating to me to look at, even within the same city, for example, you can have a shop that's, 5-10 miles away from one, and the clientele loves a particular style of cigar more than the others. And then you go across town and it's very different. So I'm very curious, because this year we're going to try to dive into some industry benchmarking and information, and just sort of state of the association sharing between retailers to really try to find out kind of in these different areas, so this state actually does a lot more with these types of cigars, and this state does this. I'm really kind of curious to see how that plays out, or if it's just kind of across the board scatter plot, and it's really just based upon that particular store's clientele.
It's if I go back when I live in New York, of course the weather changed everything, and in New York the stores, when I'm working before, just sell more full body cigars because the weather is more cold, snow. Here in Florida, what happened? Okay, I help you.
Thank you. Sorry, was it bothering you?
Yes, it's a worsens.
I finally got a lid. Sorry about that.
I tried to talk. Come on, Scott. But here in Florida, when the store reorder, more of the time than reorder like a smooth, creamy, medium profile cigar. Like Buffalo, New York, DC is more medium plus, full body cigar.
Interesting. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
I would have never thought that I would drink rosé all that often, but I was in the Dominican at the TAA meeting, and Matt Krim from Curtis Draper and Phil Ledbetter from Uptown, they got rosé, and I was like, really? They're like, "Oh, you've never had rosé? It's delicious. It's cold, it's refreshing, and it's great with a cigar." And I trust Phil implicitly. I told him one time we were doing one of these during the quarantine. There's a movie called City Slickers, and in that movie, there's the 2 ice cream guys, right? And the one guy, I think it's Barry, who it's a riff off of Ben and Jerry, right? But the one guy was like, "I can pair any ice cream with any meal." And so I was like, "Phil, you're that guy for me. Like you could, as far as like my sort of, cigar maestro there that kind of lead me to the right cigars." Phil's introduced me to a lot of incredible cigars. And so I was like, "All right, Phil, I'll trust you with the rosé, whatever." So I sat down with a nice cool glass of rosé and a cigar. And I was like, "Good Lord, this is actually a very, very good pairing."
But was it a sweet rosé or a dry rosé? because they're very different. There's a huge spectrum out there.
So I was at TAA, and so to ask me at the time, whatever I was drinking, whether it was sweet or was with dry, is that's an excellent question.
Scott just drinking, that's it.
It was probably more on the dry end. I don't tend to drink a lot of sweet wines. So
yeah.
All right. Well, Leo, again, Platinum Nova, thank you so much. Remind everybody what the booth number is so they know where to find you. It is booth number 1515. Really easy.
Yes.
Go by. You'll see her. She'll be in the beautiful Platinum Nova blue ornate booth that's right there, right in front of Padron, right next to EPC. And so it's like right there, right near the front of the hall, so you can't miss her. Go by. Get one of the trademark Leo hugs and go find out all about the new stuff that Platinum Nova. And then also throughout June, if you're a PCA retail member, log into the product hub, and any kind of purchase that comes through there, again, it's $1 per cigar on that PCA exclusive that is donated back to the advocacy fund for PCA, which it all goes directly towards defending retailers in all 50 states against taxes, bans, any kind of thing like that. And even more so to our Vision 50, where we're proactively fighting for tax caps and cigar bar legislation and things like that will help our retailers.
Scott, I just want to just take a moment to sometimes people want to just buy and are afraid because come in the bundles, okay? We have a display humidor to this particular bundle. And I just want to make sure everybody knows, don't be afraid if the presentation come like that, because for display in any cigar lounge, in any humidor, we give on us a display humidor so you can put all the cigars. Don't be afraid because bundle, then people start thinking what I'm going to display. We take care of that part too.
Nice.
Outstanding. Yeah, it is a beautiful display as well. So that you take care of everything for the retailer to make it very easy, good display, great merchandising, very inviting. And, I've heard lots of great feedback from retailers and consumers about how much they enjoy the cigar. So again, 1515, Leo, I cannot wait to see you. Give my best to everybody there, Platinum Nova. Give my best to Gil, or Gil, as I like to call them.
Gil is around here, yes.
Yeah. Tell them all that we said hello, and we look forward to seeing the entire Platinum Nova family in just a few weeks in Las Vegas.
Yes, I'm so excited. Thank you so much, both of you, always to
put
me on the live. And yes, and let me share with everybody about the new releases and, of course, the deals we're going to have on the PCA show. Okay?
Outstanding.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, Leo. So great to see you. Have a great afternoon. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and we will see you all very, very soon. Thanks so much. Take care.
Bye-bye.
And if you haven't gotten your badges, go register. And by all means, if you have not gotten your hotel, just to tell everybody, our hotel block ends tonight. If you don't get your room right now, the rates are going to triple probably or more. So please get your hotel room booked on our block ASAP because it ends tonight. So
yeah, that is important.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks so much. Take care.